balm smells amazing. And you brush against it. It smells so good. Got a bunch of butternuts that need a little longer. I think that's kind of the biggest one too. That's close, but there's a bunch of smaller ones. And a few spaghettis that are still going as well. Come on, buddies, you can make it. Get some maybe slug damage or something. So yeah, I had struggled with the butternuts again. They take a while to get started. They are quite delicate, soft leaves when they're young. And they came back around, but they took a while to take off and then set their fruit. Their fruit setting was quite late, so there's a few larger ones. But it looks a little bit mature. It's close, even though it's small. I had some nut butters too that are a smaller variety. So this may be one of those. But there's not a whole lot of sun right here. It's kind of grown in. It's a little bit more shaded. I decided to grow squash here just because I've got the Hügelkultur mounds and I thought it would grow really well. And they are. Just potentially could use a little more sun. But we're still getting lots of squash probably for the whole winter. Ink on there. There's so many of these mushrooms that pop up just constantly. They stain things a bit. It comes off though. Nice taproot down right from the node. Eddies. So that's it for the harvest here, the Hügelkultur mounds, and I had one tower mound with the red curry growing in there. We got a couple blue ballet, chayoga, a Cinderella type pumpkin. There's a specific name for that one, I do forget it. A white ghost pumpkin, some spaghetti, orange getty, and some sugar pumpkins. And and Orange Hubbard. And we still have some butternut growing in here. I'm hoping we'll get a couple weeks of nice weather and they will mature. Probably get about 5 out of here for sure. And there's a whole bunch of smaller ones that, yeah, probably won't make it. But that's one of my favorite squashes too, the butternut. But then we also got one more trellis on the other side of the property over there, growing kind of a smaller varieties, Carnival and Delicata and Nut Butter, which is a smaller butternut. It's supposed to mature a little quicker, and Sweet Dumpling. So have those still to harvest, and there's a couple I left growing up a fruit tree there just because they're off the ground, so they might size up just a little bit more in the next week. But this is pretty decent. This should make it through the winter on this, I think. And tomorrow morning I think I'm gonna go check out the other trellis there and probably cut a few. I know there's some ready, and then some will go another week, I think. So it's one of my buddies again, Mr. Frog. There's some really large carnivals in here, a couple. Here's a butterfly bush that I planted in here along the fence line just 2 weeks ago, or about 10 days ago. I'm actually going to top her like that so she bushes out more next year. That's a nice size. Yeah. Some nice coastal luto here. Just grow a few plants this year. I grew a bunch more last year. They're kind of a bit pasty. They're a beautiful shape. I like how they're fluted, but not the most amazing tasting. They're on the pasty side, so they would probably make really good sauce. And they're an heirloom. Quite beautiful. And they're fairly abundant in their growth. Nice big cluster here. And they have a really rich color. That's the other thing, is they get really bright red. That's pretty sweet. It's a beautiful tomato. Well, there's the rest of the squash. Another nice box full. That was my best butternut there. I only got one that size, and then a couple like this that are just almost ready. This one, I would say it's finished. So there's my butternut, the best one of the year. I think I'm gonna make it priority next year to grow a bunch of good butternuts, because they are an amazing squash. And just got to take a bit more care and get them started early enough and not have any dieback, and a really good sunny location. spring, but just the heat wave that came early knocked a lot of them off, I think. And these are nice and ripe. Nice good color on there.